of the 6-game season finale between the Corpus Christi Hooks and the San Antonio Missions. Live baseball coming up right after this. Adrian Morjan, a left-hander from Cuba, will get the starting assignment here. As you can see, his ERA is .466, 19 innings, 4 walks, and 25 strikeouts. Jeremy Pena will lead it off here in the 5th of the 6-game season finale of the year. And Morjan getting ready to go. Let's play ball. First pitch, and here we go. Underway. The 4-seam fastball is inside the zone, and the count now is 0-1. Morjan from his home in Havana, Cuba, debuted on July 21st of 2019 and born on February 27th, 1999. Here's the 0-1. And the 4-seam fastball is outside, and the count now 1-1. Want to make sure that everybody knows that tomorrow is our season finale here at home. And for everybody, we just want to thank those that came out to the ball game, and we had a pretty good summer hanging out with y'all and watching games. Right there to Esther Ruiz for the first out of the inning. And now give you starting lineups for the visitors here tonight. So far, Corpus Christi losing last night against the San Antonio Missions in a final score of 5-3 on the walk-off. And now here's the shortstop, Pedro Leon. 1 away in the inning, nobody on. Here's pitch. Inside, 4-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. Well, the temperature tonight is 58 degrees. It's mild, and it's a nice evening for baseball here in this one. 0-1. Here is the pitch, and that's inside. 4-seam fastball, 0-2. So far tonight, we got fans watching from Corpus Christi and Springfield. So far, got the Hooks and the Cardinals watching us here tonight. So no balls and 2 strikes right there. High fly in the air, and that one is gone. A home run. So Pedro Leon, first run of the game. And Corpus Christi gets on the board. It's now 1-0. So what a way to lead it off here this evening. So you look at instant replay again. And so far it was a pretty good one, as that one went 110 miles an hour and 371 feet. Playing 6 games at Corpus Christi. Then they started 6 games at Midland. So it's 0-1 in the count. Here's the pitch to him. And inside splitter, and the count now is 0-2. So far, Corpus Christi ahead by 1 in the top half of the first inning. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, and Matajevic goes down. And another shot at Pedro Leon as he takes the first run of the game out of the ballpark. It's on now to the bottom of the first. And we have a 1-0 Corpus Christi lead. Carson LaRue, a right-hander from Oklahoma, will get the starting assignment here as 6'1", 175 pounds, age 23. And here is the hot corner third baseman. He leads it off here tonight, Esturi Ruiz. And stepping on deck is the second baseman. That is Aggie Rosario. As he gets ready to come in. 1 ball and no strikes. Bottom of 1. Here tonight. So far, a nice, beautiful evening. We got clouds, and that's just a few of them. And change up just inside. And the count now 1-1. So far, San Antonio tonight at 61 wins of the year. And Corpus Christi is 50-64. So far, the Hooks look to get in and hopefully win the final 2 of the season here at San Antonio. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike. So far, the Frisco Rough Riders and the Wichita Wind Surge are the first 2 top division leaders in both the North and South divisions. And right there, out of play in the full count. So far, everybody underway here. Arkansas and Wichita. And so far, Northwest Arkansas leads the Springfield Cardinals by 3-0. So far, that's the first walk of the game. And that'll bring in Aggie Rosario, the second baseman here tonight, with a runner at first and nobody out. And a pitch. Yeah, it's a 4-seam fastball inside, and the count now is 0-1. Northwest Arkansas leads Springfield 3-2 as they wrap up the first inning there at Waterboat Field. So on to the top of the second. Springfield's going to try to get some runs in. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. Aggie Rosario at the plate. The pitch to him outside for the ball. And it's 1-2. So far, I want to thank everybody that attended this summer with us. And gotta say, 2022, we will see you in that season. That's right there, high fly in the air, and Rosario gets one gone out of here. 2-run shot by Aggie Rosario. And the Missions take the lead in the bottom of the first. Wow. Okay, that was weird. That lady had a deal of nachos in her hand. And I was like, oh my goodness. I think she would have spilled all of it out of her little holder there. 99.9 miles an hour.
Batting third.
Gotta say, that high fly ball was 384 in projected distance. And now here is Ben Ruta. 1 ball, no strikes. So far, second baseman Aggie Rosario hits a 2-run shot out in left field with nobody out. Right there, slider. That's inside for a ball, and the count now 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And that one is right there, left field. And there's the first out of the inning. Well, the chance now to give you starting lineups here tonight for the home side. And so far, the Missions look for a win. And hopefully they could try to get another one. So far tonight, Corpus Christi trying to get in. And now here is Winston Sawyer, the catcher. Well, tonight in our live feed, we got Duncan and Ray from Oklahoma watching. Hello, Duncan. It's been a long time. 1 ball and no strikes. So far, he is from Muskogee. That is just east of Tulsa. And about 4 or 5 hours from Waukita. Now, anybody knows what that town is? That was basically the Twister town, and back in 1996 that movie was filmed, and so far Twister has made me a storm spotter. And you know, during the thunderstorm season, I always watch the sky, and when I know danger's coming, I just say, hey, look, we better run because there's a lightning storm headed our way. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And that one's lifted high fly in the air to the center fielder of Alex McKenna, making the play for 2 away. And now here is the mission's designated hitter, Robbie Podorski. As he strides in. 2-run shot by Aggie Rosario here in this half inning. 0-1 in the count. 2 away with nobody on. Bottom of 1. 2-1 our score. And if you're listening to us on the radio or you're coming into this live broadcast, just come on in and make yourselves at home. 4-seam fastball. Count now is 2-1. Got 2 fans watching from the great state of Missouri. They call it the Cardinal country out there, even though these fans are from Springfield. So far, they go out and watch the Springfield Cardinals play baseball. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that is right there. High fly right to second. And with that, the side is retired. Another 2-run shot here in the first inning by Aggie Rosario. We played 1 complete. It's a 2-1 San Antonio lead. Top of the second for Corpus Christi, and left fielder Corey Julks comes in. Ready to go here in this one, and here's the pitch by Morjohn, and that's a cold strike. And the count now 0-1. So far, fans tonight coming in pants and jackets, even though the temperature is 58 degrees. And so far, we should be close to the upper 40s by the time we are done here tonight. 4-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. Good home crowd we got here. So far tonight will be the deciding factor whether if it's San Antonio's ball game or if it's Corpus Christi's ball game. Right there, high fly. Shortstop C.J. Abrams catches that one near the chalk line for the first out. Time for a look at the defensive alignments for the home side here tonight. And so far out tonight, and C.J. Abrams is the shortstop as he patrols right there. And so far, he's been the pretty good prospect of 2021 in the season. So far, C.J. Abrams, he's the high-throwing fastballer. And what I mean about that is he can high jump in a degree angle to first and get his opponent out right there. Center fielder is Alex McKenna as he strides in with 1 away and 0-1 counts. 0-1. Right there, out of plays. That one will go into left field. No balls and 2 strikes. I was going to say, was there a ball issued in that one? Usually I would be bluffing, but home plate umpire is holding up 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. High fly in the air. Right fielder Mears gets this one. And there's 2 away.
Batting 7.
Here's the right fielder, Zach Daniels. In the top of the 2nd inning, and this could be another 1-2-3 inning for Corpus Christi. And appeal down? Nope, he did not go. Appeal down to first base home umpire and stuff. First base umpire, I should say. He says he hold up. And here's the pitch. That is high fly in the air, out of play. And the count now 1-1. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away, nobody on in top of 2. San Antonio leads it by 2-1. And right there, Rosario to Malone, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on no hits and no errors. And nobody left on base. Bottom of 2 coming up. And San Antonio leads it by 1. The shortstop, C.J. Abrams, strides in. About ready to go. Here's the pitch to him, and that's a 4-seam fastball. And the count now is 0-1. So far, don't forget that 2022 is ready in the schedule. So far, if you did not get your schedule, make sure you get your schedule after you leave here tonight from the ballpark. No balls and 2 strikes. To C.J. Abrams. Here's the pitch by Carson, and that one is going to be lifted high fly in the air, out of play. The count now 0-2. Go ahead and give some shout-outs. Got Jack and Angel from Springfield watching from the good Cardinals country out there in Missouri. So far, you got AA Springfield and AAA Memphis. And then you get to go up to St. Louis. And that is the call-up track for those 3 places. And that's going to be right there. High fly. And the center fielder. Correction. I was going to say second base, but pulling your leg. Center fielder makes the play. Alex McKenna records the first out of the inning. Time now to look at the Hooks' defensive alignments. And so far out in center field tonight is Alex McKenna, as he strides in, and so far he's out there patrolling with Corey Jolks and Zach Daniels, his left and right fielders here tonight. And so far the outfield is where they have to run the ball and intercept it just to get outs. So it's the center fielder, Robert Hassel, strides in, and that's right there, right to short, and he can't get there, as that will be a infield single on a base hit with 1 away.
Number 33.
So far that will bring in number 33, and that is Tyler Malone, the first baseman. The pitch. And that's outside. 1 ball and no strikes. So far, it's been a long season, and tomorrow night, the deciding factor. Whether Corpus Christi wins the season finale, or San Antonio will send people home happy. 2 balls and no strikes. So far tonight, San Antonio stands at 61-49 of the year, with Amarillo a game behind. And, well, that doesn't mean everybody is safe from elimination, but tomorrow will be a game of elimination. That's why they call the end of the season, in the season finale, the elimination of Game 6. And that's right there. High fly in the air. McKenna under it. Makes the play. And there is 2 away. And now here is Joshua Mears, the right fielder. He strides in. Got a beautiful Saturday night here in San Antonio, and the 5th of the 6-game season finale underway here at our beautiful ballpark in San Antonio, Texas. And the four-seam fastball, and the count now is 1-1. So far, 2022. Just cannot wait for the opening series. We will have a quick 3-game road series at Corpus Christi. Then we come home on Tuesday night, April 12th, as we play our first of a 6-game series against the Frisco Rough Riders. So far, continue to be with us as we have Missions Baseball as we get ready for the 2022 season. You know, some people say it's been a long season this year, but 120 games, it is really short. And right there, the four-seam fastball gets him down, and with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. On now to the top of the 3rd inning, and the Missions lead it 2-1.
Leading off for Corpus Christi.
Greg Kessinger, the designated hitter, will start the top of the 3rd inning for Corpus Christi. About ready to go. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. So far, our new home for minor league baseball is MLB Network. Don't forget that in 2022, we are live here on the show for some great and awesome games. Come out and spend your summer with us next year. Season tickets will go on sale, and that splitter strike 3 called, and right there Moore-John will get a strikeout, 1 away. Now we talk about season tickets for next year. We will go ahead and get that subject underway as live on Saturday Night Baseball here tonight. So season tickets go on sale on the 1st week of March. So make sure you come by and get your season ticket holders. And the four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. Hot corner 3rd baseman CJ Hinojosa in the box, leading off the top of the 3rd inning. 0-1. And the splitter, that's inside, and the count now 0-2. So tonight, the Wichita Wind Surge, they are just going crazy. So far, they are 68-50 of the year, and so far, for their first time in Double-A baseball here in the Double-A Central, these guys have really just been on fire. The count now 0-2. High fly left field to Ben Ruta as he takes that for 2 away. And now here is the Corpus Christi second baseman and leadoff hitter. That is Jeremy Pena as he ground out in the 1st and is 0 for 1. So far, Wichita looking for 70 wins. And that right there would be it. Beginning tonight and tomorrow. And right there. Uh-oh, he misses it. And right to the pitcher. He gets him down. What a close play. as that's the final out of the inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And we go to the bottom of the home third, and we lead it by 2-1.
The third baseman,
Esturi Ruiz, the hot corner third baseman and leadoff hitter, strides in for the home half of the third. Here's the pitch to him. And the four-seam fastball, and the count now is 1-0. So far, got a beautiful evening, and gotta say, just sad that tomorrow is the finale of the homestand, and also it is the end of the season. 2 balls, no strikes. Now, we'll say that in 2018, San Antonio ended their best of 5 series in the division against the Corpus Christi Hooks, and then played 3 games against the Tulsa Drillers. So the four-seam fastball, and the count now 3 balls, 1 strike. We'll never forget that 2018, the Tulsa Drillers won in the final, and they took the 2018 Texas League title by the final score of 5-2. Here's the 3-2. High fly in the air. That one well hit. Center fielder running after it, and he can't get there. Going to first, going to second, going to second, going to third, and he's going to get in there. He's got a triple on him with nobody out. Oh, my goodness. Esturi Ruiz.
second baseman,
He just blistered that ball, and that one was way high out. McKenna gets it going, but that triple is going to come out and haunt him. I got to say, that's the third potential run right there out of play, and the count now is 0-1. So far, don't forget, we are back on that first Tuesday of the week. Curveball outside, 1-1. The Frisco Rough Riders, they will be in town Tuesday through Saturday. And if somebody realizes what that Saturday is, that's going to be a busy day when we have 2 games on one day. They call it the doubleheader. The four-seam fastball, and the count now is 2-2. And after that, take Sunday and Monday off, and we head to Amarillo for a 6-game set. Then return home for a 6-game homestand versus the Springfield Cardinals. 2-2. Right there out of play. Gotta say, everybody cannot wait for 2022. And that one, well hit, right to left. That's going to get down for the base hit. Run chugging, and the third in to score. Esturi Ruiz in to score. And that'll bring in the left fielder, Ben Ruta. Now San Antonio leads it by a 3-1 game. And the pitch. And that's lifted high in the air. And the second baseman gets it for the first out of the inning. And now here is Winston Sawyer. 0 for 1 fly out in the first. Bottom of 3. Here in this one. Here's the pitch to him, and that's a slider inside for the cold strike. And the count now is 0-1. So far after tomorrow night, everybody goes home and they go be with their families and get ready for the holidays. We got Halloween on the way. Kids about ready to get their trick-or-treat costumes and Halloween candy. And here's 1-1, and that is out for a ball, and the count now 2-1. And after that, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Start fresh in 2022. And then wait for a few months, and season tickets for baseball go on sale. Swing and a miss, the changeup, and the count now 2-2. So everybody, make sure that you mark that. If you get your 2022 schedules, it'll be the first week of March when our tickets go on sale, and cannot wait to see y'all in April.
Number 7.
So Sawyer goes down as out number 2, and here is the designated hitter, Robbie Podorski. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. That is far and outside, a slider, and the count now is 1-0. Line out in the first, 0 for 1. To the DH. Sun beginning to set on this Saturday night. And that's lifted high fly in the air, out of play. The count now is 1-1. And pitch out, nothing doing. 2-1. So far, go ahead and give you some shout outs tonight. Got fans from Springfield and Corpus Christi watching. Even though tonight the Cardinals are at Northwest Arkansas, they're at Riverboat Field. So far, we've went to Northwest Arkansas back in the opener of the season, and that will be ball 4.
The batter,
and
2.
Time is being called here. Here comes the pitching coach, and he's going to go pay his pitcher a quick visit. So far, first and second now into scoring position with 2 away in the bottom of 3. Boy, I tell you what, this is just a long talk, and so far this pitching coach just tells him, look, just stay focused and get your eyes on the next batter. C.J. Abrams, the shortstop, fly out in the second and is 0 for 1. Got first and second. Fourth and fifth potential runners coming in. So no balls and 1 strike. 29 balls, 36 strikes, and total is 65 for Carson LaRue of the starting Corpus Christi Hooks pitcher. 0-1. And slider, that's outside, 1-1. So if Amarillo wins tonight, they will tie the Missions. And if Corpus Christi can get in and beat San Antonio, then it is a tie. And we are at 61 wins apiece. 2-1. And that's ball 3, so the count 3-1. Good hold up there by number 2 is Aggie Rosario, and right there, a full count. Oh, correction, C.J. Abrams. Thought I saw him. And right there, ball 4. And not a good night for Carson LaRue as pitches are high up into the 70s. And time is being called. Here comes the manager out of the bullpen. And he's seen enough of his starter. So curiously, he could get the L, a no decision, or a victory if the bullpen can find a way to get this turned around quick. Chad Donato, 6'0", 210 pounds, age 24. Gets the unexpected start with bases loaded And with 2 away in this one. Robert Hassel, the center fielder, single in the second. 1 for 1. And a grand slam will widen this lead. And the four-seam fastball, that's outside, and the count 1-0. Bags loaded. Bottom of 3, 2 away, 3-1 our score. And right there, the four-seam fastball out of play. The count now 1-1. So if San Antonio wins here tonight, they will be win number 62 of the season. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. And that's going to be line drive. That's going to be trouble. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. 3 runs are coming in. And boy howdy, that is a 3-run RBI double. Holy mackerel. As I said last night when winning the ball game, 4 runs in this half inning alone come in to score. And the four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. First baseman Tyler Malone at the plate, fly out in the second, 0 for 1. Missions look to get in here and at least win 1 more of the year. 0-1. And right there to second. Right to first as he throws it in the dirt, but able to get it to J.J. Matajevic. So it's 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. And at least 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th. San Antonio leads it 6-1. Pedro Leon, the shortstop, solo home run in the first and is 1 for 1. So we start the top of the 4th here in this one. Here's a pitch. And that one's going to be far and outside for the ball, and the count now 1-0. Top of the 4th, Moore John at 29 pitches. His pitch count is very low than Carson LaRue. LaRue had a 72 in pitches, and so far he's been throwing a lot of balls and hardly any strikes. But right there, the pitcher gets that one. He records the first out of the inning. And now here is Coy Lee, the catcher. As he fly out in the first and is 0 for 1. 1 away in the inning here in the top of the 4th. Right there, the four-seam fastball, and the count now 0-1. Tomorrow night, the season finale of this 2021 season. First pitch of the game at 7:05. Right there, four-seam fastball, and the count now 0-2. So far, if San Antonio gets tied with Frisco, they'll be 63 all even. And gotta say, it would have been a tie if we could get up in there. And that one high fly in the air. Abrams gets it. 2 down.
Now batting.
And now here's the first baseman, J.J. Matajevic. 0 for 1, strikeout in the first. 6-1 our score. Here in the top of the 4th. And curveball, that's just outside for the ball. And the count now 1-0. Top of the 4th inning here in San Antonio. We're playing the 5th of the 6-game season finale. 1-0. And right there out of play. So the count now 1-1. You know, one of my friends told me, because she works for the missions, she says, you know what, 120 games is enough. So far tonight, 119 here in the first season. The count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. So So far, she told me, she's like, I don't want no more games because it's been a long year and it's time for these players to finally go home and go see their families. Which we will see them again in the year of 2022. Here's 2-1. And the splitter is outside, so the full count now. Correction, no full count. Home plate umpire says 3 balls, 1 strike. Thank you, home plate umpire. So 3-1. And now I say it's a full count. Now 3-2. Looking for a strikeout. Morjon sits, waits, and he fires and delivers right there. That's going to get through for the base hit. And Hassel will get it straight to Rosario.
Now batting, the left fielder.
As quickly as he can.
Jones.
And that'll bring up the next batter, Corey Julks. And the pitch. And the four-seam fastball is outside. And the count now 1-0. 0 for 1, the pop out in the second by the left fielder. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Inside, the four-seam fastball. Well, even things up at 1-1. Here's a 1-1. Outside curveball again. 2 balls and 1 strike. Don't forget, after this half inning, we will take our break and we will be back after for more Missions Baseball. Gotta say, it's just a pretty good evening for 9 innings of play and 27 outs for both sides. Right there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2. Right there, swing and a miss. Get him down looking. So it's no runs on a few hits and no errors, 1 left. Bottom of the 4th coming up. And San Antonio leads it 6-1, and we are back for more after this. Joshua Mears will lead it off in the bottom of the home 4th. We are back after this as we bring you your proud sponsors of Missions Baseball. We're back with Missions Baseball as we get you set for the bottom of the 4th inning, and here to lead it off is Joshua Mears. He strides in, and he's ready to go. Here's a pitch that's far and outside for the four-seam fastball. The count now 1-0. Boy, I tell you what, it got dark as quick, because usually it is the bottom of the 6th inning when it starts getting there. Right there, second baseman will go into right field, and he'll take that for the first out of the inning. So far, you look at Carson LaRue. He stayed in for 2.5 innings. He gave up 4 hits and 6 runs, and he only just struck out 2, so not a good night for him. as the starter. Yes, Turi Ruiz, the hot corner third baseman, triple and 2 runs. And so far he is 1 for 1, I should say. 1 for 1 here tonight. 1 ball and no strikes. Outside changeup, and now the count now is 2-0. So far, the bottom of the first inning is Rosario's 2-run shot. And then 4 runs in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. High fly in the air to the second baseman. 2 down. And now here is Aggie Rosario. 2 for 2 home run. Single and 3 runs batted in. He was the 2-run shot back in the first inning. And so far, he just blistered that baseball out of the ballpark. And the count now 0-1. Bottom of 4, 6-1 our score in the 5th of this 6-game season finale.
No, that's down.
Right there, the 4-seam fastball. And the count now 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. High fly in the air to the left fielder. Makes the play. And with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on. And we go to the top of the 5th. And it's a 6-1 San Antonio lead.
Corpus Christi.
Alex McKenna, the center fielder, will stride in as we are about ready to go here. Halfway home. McKenna tonight fly out in the second and is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to him, and swing and a miss. My goodness, what is he after? The count now 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. That's in there. The 4-seam fastball.
I got the count 0-2.
99 miles an hour, near a triple-digit fastball number. And I gotta say, this guy, Adrian Morjan, he could plunk a parrot off your shoulder. The count now is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the 0-2. And that is out of play. The count now still holding at 0-2. I went to one more time. And that's going to get a fair ball in there. And running hard. Oh boy, he just hits that ball, but it bounces off. And that puts a runner in scoring position at second. If you look at the instant replay, the left fielder, Ben Ruta, goes in. And that ball bounces off his glove. And that right there is a... So far, go ahead. Let's give some AA Central scores. Arkansas leads the Wichita Wind Surge by the score of 2-0. So far, these guys out in Arkansas, they sure get it going. But so far, Wichita, they have just been unstoppable through the start of the first half of 2021. So, looking at the Springfield Cardinals at Northwest Arkansas. The Naturals now 7-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the 0-2. And that one is right there. Right to Ruiz right there as Malone takes a tumble And he's got a foot on the bag and one away.
Number 15.
Gray Kessinger, the designated hitter, strikeout in the third and is 0 for 1. Top of the fifth. I was going to say bottom, but so far the bottom of the fifth inning is for the home side. I know I just kid around with y'all a lot. You'd probably be radioing me in my radio booth and be like, hey, that ain't right. And that's going to be lifted. High fly in the air. Mears running it down, but the runner from second will go to third, and so far that will be a
Now batting.
2 away. High fly in the air. And right there, the third baseman, CJ Hinojosa for Corpus Christi. Strides in. Let's use a fly out in the third and is 0 for 1. Here's pitch. And that's high fly in the air. Left fielder Ben Ruta under this one makes the play. And they will tight rope out of danger for the second time tonight. So it's no runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fifth. And it's a 6-1 San Antonio lead.
The left fielder.
Left fielder's Ben Ruta. He lined out in the third inning. And is 0 for 2.
Inside, ball 1.
12-inch curve, that's outside, and the count 1 ball, no strikes. Ronel Blanco, a right-hander, will warm up for Corpus Christi. So far, halfway home here this evening. So 1 ball and no strikes. That one is far and inside. And the count now is 1-1, even up. And that's a called strike. And the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's pitch outside. 2-2. So far the Missions look to get in here and win on a Saturday evening. And that one's going to be right there. Now to play as the right fielder will halt where he is. He says, nah, I don't want that one. I want it right in my glove. 2-2. Right there, pop foul on the changeup. And now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Get him down. Catcher to first, and he's out. 1 away.
Now batting. The catcher. Winston.
And now that'll bring in the Missions catcher, Winston Sawyer. He strides in. And the pitch. And that's right there to second. And right to first. And 2 down.
Now batting.
Robbie Podorski, the designated hitter, is 0 for 1 and a walk and a run. He strides in. And the pitch. And the four-seam fastball. And the count now is 0-1. So far, the Tulsa Drillers at Midland, they will lead by 4-0. And they are already in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Midland, they sure have been shut out for the last couple of innings. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So far, look at the Frisco Rough Riders tonight at Amarillo. And strike 3 called, and we'll be right back to discuss what they're doing. They're at Wateridge Field in Amarillo. We played 5. 6-1 our score. And the Missions lead it by 5. Jeremy Pena, the second baseman. 2 groundouts, 0 for 2. Start the top of the 6th inning for Corpus Christi. 5-3. Or correction. What am I looking at? Oh, right. Frisco Rough Riders and Amarillo. So the Sod Poodles will lead the Frisco Rough Riders by 3-0. And that's going to be a left field base hit.
Now batting, number 4.
And that's going to bring in number 4. And that is Pedro Leon. Solo home run back in the first inning, 1 for 2. So Amarillo and Frisco tonight. So far it is a 3-2 ball game, as the Frisco Rough Riders get at least 2 runs back. Another pitch in, and the four-seam fastball, and the count now is 1-0. 58 pitches for Adrian Morjan. So far, this guy has just been really dominant. He's had pitches that really meant really well for him. And that's right there. That's going to get down for a base hit. And better think twice before trying to advance from second to third, because that's one way a pickoff could happen. And so far, that would be the out right there. Another pitch to the catcher, Corey Lee. Fly out and pop out 0 for 2. He strides in. Here's the 0-1. And that one is lifted. High fly in the air, out of play. So the count now is 0-2. That got him. And they will not recover throw on him, as that will get Morjan in the leg. Single and a run batted in, and time is going to be called here, as here comes the pitching coach, and so far he was down on his knees, and so far they're wondering if he's okay. And he's going to stay in this game and try to continue, and hopefully we'll get a new starter out on the mound in the next inning. Right there, the four-seam fastball in the count now. It's 0-1. Zach Daniels, the right fielder, 2 groundouts and is 0 for 2. You don't see that every day in baseball. You may get hit every now and then, but it's not that often. So no balls and 2 strikes here in this one. 2 away, 1 runner at first. So far we've had 3 runs come in to score. The four-seam fastball is fouled away, and the count now still remains at 0-2. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 6-4 is the score. And the windup, the 0-2. Right there, high fly in the air. Left fielder Ben Ruta running after it, makes the play. And with that, the side is retired. So it's 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Missions hold a 2-run difference. It is a 6-4 lead. C.J. Abrams, the shortstop, walking a run 0 for 1.
C.J. Abrams.
And looking to stay ahead here tonight, and that's right back to the mound. Right to first, and he is out. 1 away. Here's Robert Hassel. 2 for 2, double single, and 3 runs batted in. Boy, this guy, he's really got it good tonight. He better keep that up, and so far, if he wants to be player of the game, he will be. Now the count now, 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be lifted high fly to the center fielder, Alex McKenna, making the play for 2 away.
Now batting.
Now here is Tyler Malone, the first baseman, as he fly out and ground out 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to him. Outside changeup, and count 1-0. And that is a four-seam fastball. And the count now 1-1. 1-1. Down low. Four-seam fastball again. 2-1. Bottom half of the sixth inning. 6-4 our score. 2 away. Nobody on. And that's line drive up the middle for the base hit. So what a way to get this one going. And
Now batting.
boy, that was a blistered ball. That'll bring in the right fielder, Joshua Mears. Mears coming in. The pitch. And right there, the four-seam fastball, that's fouled away in the count 0-1. Strikeout, pop out, 0 for 2. This is the right fielder. Boy, I gotta say, this game really went by really quick. Bottom of 6. So far, we've had a few innings that may have been scoreless, but evidently we just got through them. Not like the top of the second going through the bottom. Here's 1-1. Outside. The count now is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Here in this one. 2-1. High fly in the air, out of play. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Get him down. And right to first, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on base. Top of the 7th. And the Missions hold the lead by 6-4. Greg Kessinger, the designated hitter, strike out and fly out 0 for 2.
Gray Kessinger.
And so far, Morjon is going to be relieved out of the game. And that's going to bring in James Norwood from the outskirts. And now here is his stats. 1 and 2 innings. ERA at 16.20. And he's equaled out at 500 of his out of his thing. I mean, that was pretty good. Here's the pitch. And the splitter is inside, and the count now is 0-1. Nothing and 1. And the four-seam fastball, that's outside. And the count now is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Out of play, a splitter. And the count now is 2-1. Two and 1. And that one out of play. Here's a 2-2. And that one high fly in the air, and that goes foul. So far, top of the 7th with 6-4 our score, and listening to us on the radio or maybe on YouTube Live, where we are live for AA Central Baseball here on MLB Network. Right there, the first out of the inning. And so far, Kessinger goes down on strikes and not happy about that one as he walks back to the dugout. And the pitch. And that's inside for the called strike on C.J. Hinojosa. Hot corner third baseman with 2 flyouts and is 0 for 2. Nothing and 1. And that's going to be lifted. High fly in the air. Ruda's got it, and he makes the play. He records the second out of the inning.
The batter, the second baseman, Jeremy Pena.
Going to bring in the second baseman. That is Jeremy Pena. Strike is in, and there's pitch. The four-seam fastball is in there, and the count now is 0-1. Now the 0-1. And that's right there. Right to Rosario. Right to Malone. And that is the inning. So get up a stretch on this Saturday night as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It is a 6-4 San Antonio lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Ronel Blanco, 6'0", 180 pounds, age 26, will get the starting assignment. And so far, so good as he gets ready. Esturi Ruiz, the hot corner third baseman, triple and 2 runs, 1 for 2. So far, he's had a good night. And the pitch. And that's right there. And that's going to get down for the base hit. And that goes to first to second, and he's in there with a no-out double.
The batter, number 1. Second baseman, Aggie.
And to bring in the second baseman, Aggie Rosario. Rosario coming in, and just in the first inning alone, this guy hit a 2-run shot. And it was blistered out of the ballpark during his last time up at the plate. Here's the pitch. And right there, out of play. And the count now is 0-1. 0-1. And that one out of play. The count now is 0-2. Right there, swing and a miss right to first, and they get him down. 2 away in the inning.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ben Ruta.
That'll bring in the left fielder, Ben Ruta. He strides in, and so far Wednesday night's game against the Hooks, he got a grand slam out of the ballpark, and so far we won't ever forget that Ruta just hit that one out of here. One ball, no strike, runner at second. And out of play. So the count now evens at 1-1. Here's a 1-1. And high fly in the air. And that won't be far away to get a advance forward from second to third. And there is 2 away.
The batter,
Winston Sawyer, the catcher, ground out in the 5th, 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's right there. Right to third and right to first for a 3-1 play, and with that, the side is retired. We played 7, and it's on to the top of the 8th, and San Antonio leads it by 2. Pedro Leon, the shortstop, home run, single, RBI, 2 for 3.
number 4.
And so far, get ready for your tallies of tonight's attendance right here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's pitch, the inside, four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. So far, San Antonio's got this in the bag. If they can hold on to 2 runs, they'll have Corpus Christi out at the top of the 9th. Right there, right to the first baseman, and that's 3 unassisted. And now you've got 5 outs remaining. Corey Lee, the catcher, is 0 for 3, the pop out in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch.
Nope. Ball one.
And the splitter outside, 1-0.
Ball one, no strike.
10,966 so far in tonight's attendance. 1-0. And swing and a miss. And the count now 1-1. 1-1. And right there, out of play.
No, that's a foul ball.
One ball and 2 strikes. And swing and a miss. And Norwood will get a strikeout. And there is 2 away. That'll bring in the first baseman, J.J. Matajevic. He strides in the 2-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. 2 for 3, triple, single, 2 runs batted in. A good night for Corpus Christi. So far, here's a 0-1. Right there, high fly out of the air, and the count now 0-2. Right to first. And that is the inning. So no runs on a few hits, no errors, nobody left on. On to the bottom of the 8th. And we'll be back after this. After we get Robbie Podorski up to the plate. And we're taking our quick break here in this one. Back for more after this. Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning is
number 7,
Robbie Podorski. As we get you set for this one. That's right there out of play. Count now 0-1. Gotta say, it's a beautiful night. And hope everybody's having fun. And that's going to be right there. And that'll go to the right fielder for the first out of the inning. C.J. Abrams, the shortstop, 0 for 2, walking a run. Strides in as the last chance here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that's right there and out of play. And the count now is 0-1. Swing and a miss, the splitter. And the count now 0-2. So Blanco doing really well tonight. So far he's getting it going. So no balls and 2 strikes. And that's right there. High fly in the air and out of play. So caught for the out, 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Robert Hassel.
That'll bring in Robert Hassel, 2 for 3, double, single, and 3 runs batted in. Here's pitch, swing and a miss, the splitter. And the count now 0-1. Out of play. The count now is 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a 1-1.
That's ball 2.
And the splitter. The count now is 2-1. Two and 1. High fly in the air, up and